Megan, hello. How are you doing? All right, got your work up here. Let's go and take a look. First thing I want to do is I want to show you the announcements area, and I'm just reiterating this to all students here, but you want to look at all four of these announcements. Welcome to week one, all the way up to welcome to week two. There's four announcements here. All of the announcements, of course, are extremely important, but these are relevant to this these letter spacing assignments. If you haven't already looked at these, look at them and be sure you look at the videos within them. Welcome to week two has four videos, tutorial videos. So you want to, I'm sorry, welcome to week two has, I think I said that right, has four videos within. I want you to look at each one. And in there is a video called How to Kern Fire and Ice. And it shows you how to kern on the computer. So we're making this logical transition between kerning manually and then how do we take these practices and execute on the computer. So be sure to look at those videos. In that specific video I just mentioned is this document. And I've kerned fire and ice and I've spaced it to what I consider to be perfect letter spacing and word spacing. So let's go ahead and use that for comparison, and we'll just drop this right into yours, see what we have going. I think the first thing and the most obvious thing is that baseline just kind of goes downhill. So and we have, as we have learned last week and this week, the baseline is kind of the foundation for success. I mean, you can't, I mean, it's not going to work without a level baseline. It's mechanically impossible to, because placement and scale is going to be affected by inaccurate placement of a baseline. This baseline is not level. And we can see if I place this part of the straight edge at the bottom of the baseline here, we can clearly see, boy, it's just really significantly different. So this is going uphill. And we take a look at the mean line seems to be level, and the cap line seems to be level. So that baseline is problematic. As far as the letter forms go, I think your craft is excellent. One thing I think that's really obvious is you've used a lowercase I on ice as opposed to uppercase. You want to use that uppercase I. This is fire and ice cap I, so use a cap I on that. Excuse me. And that cap I is in the PDF that I had placed in the resources. So what I did is I just kind of, the original document didn't come with the cap I, and I saw that to be problematic. So I went ahead and just added the cap I to the original document, and that's in the PDF that's in. That's the only document available for fire and ice. I took that Word doc out with without the cap I, so just make sure you use a cap I on the word ice. Okay, so that covers the level baseline and the cap I. Let's take a look at word spacing and letter spacing. I think your letter spacing to a high degree is just about perfect. Really nice job. This is excellent. Fire is the only one problem with fire is that the E is just a little too close to the R. Okay, and is kerned perfectly. Maybe reduce the space between the A and the N a little bit, but that's great. And then ice is absolutely perfect, but we definitely want to use that cap I there. Okay. Now, as far as word spacing goes, this area right here is problematic because of these open counters. Now, we talked about that during week one, how we need to adjust curved letter forms specifically with open counters, and we want to bring those even closer together. The reason being is because that extra surface area creates the illusion of there being more space there. So as we can see, this space here seems to be greater than this space here, rendering the viewer looking at this and enunciating or pronouncing it or mentally pronouncing it as fire and ice as opposed to fire and ice. We clearly see this. When I close that space down a little bit to accommodate for those open counters, this clearly reads fire and ice, right? You don't even have to pronounce it, enunciate it, and it just, boom, it registers fire and ice. Whereas this kind of slows us down right here where we kind of go fire and ice. Okay, so you want to address that space right there. Other than that, I think it's a great job, great start, good work. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. But I would like to see those comments addressed in your final solution. All right, great. And as I said, Megan, any questions at all, please let me know. Thank you very much.